Excited about Airsoft? Hit the like button and comment to join other Airsofters in the conversation. What's up, Airsofters? These are the EMG custom LanTac licensed AEGs. Now, for those unfamiliar, here's a little bit about LanTac USA. LanTac shot to fame with the Dragon muzzle brake, known for its massively reduced recoil and muzzle climb. They expanded their offerings to include everything from triggers and other accessories to fully built rifles and incredibly well thought out receivers, like the ones featured on these replicas by EMG. And like LanTac's other offerings, these AEGs are well designed and include industry-leading features, placing them at the peak of performance in their price range. To give you an idea of how these AEGs perform, we'll take them out to the range and put them through their paces in terms of FPS and accuracy. But before we do that, let's take a look at how they arrive in the box. These LA-SF15s come in a gorgeous box featuring the LanTac logo, which I think is one of the coolest logos in the business. Inside of the cardboard box, we're presented with some foam to hold things nice and secure. The LA-SF15 is held nicely in that foam, along with the included mid-capacity magazine, some extra BBs, and a tool for adjusting that QBS system. A key attribute to any AEG is how good it looks, and these replicas look very clean. Starting at the muzzle end, you get the Airsoft version of a famous LanTac Dragon muzzle brake, specifically the one that has Gemtech lugs, and in my opinion, it looks really nice. Surrounding the barrel is a sleek M-Lok rail, which accommodates mounting accessories on the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock positions, as well as on the 45s. Of course, you have the full-length top Picatinny rail. There are 3 available lengths of the LA-SF15 AEGs. The longest of the group is carbine length with a 13.5-inch handguard and a 14.5-inch barrel. The middle length, the SBR, features a 10.5-inch handguard and an 11.5-inch barrel, and the most compact of the group is of course the PDW with a 7-inch handguard and an 8.5-inch barrel. Now, my personal favorite in terms of looks is the PDW, the shortest one. To me, it pairs beautifully with a mock suppressor, which will add a little bit of length, but not as much of an issue on the shorter rifle as it would be on 2 of the longer versions. And personally, it's what I'd recommend to most players, only going for the longer options if you primarily play outdoors and want the extra barrel length for increased accuracy at longer distances. Plus, it helps to utilize more fully that cylinder volume to maximize FPS. Regardless of barrel length, all of these LanTacs share a receiver design that is both classic and clean. Each has a gorgeous, high-quality aluminum alloy forged style upper and lower receiver with a fully licensed LA-SF15 set of stamped roll marks, just like their real counterparts. Attached to the receiver is a full metal 6-position buffer tube or receiver extension. Riding on this is one of my favorite stocks from the CYMA lineup. It's a crane-style stock with plenty of space on the sides for nunchuck-style batteries and has an easy-to-access rear compartment, provided by this toolless release lever. You might also notice this knurling on the castle nut here. This has been done as part of CYMA's QBS system, allowing for toolless quick spring changes. We'll be back to this feature in just a minute. Perhaps my favorite part of these LanTac LA-SF15 AEGs is the trigger. It's LanTac's flat-faced ECT1 trigger, which is comfortable and really cool looking in my opinion. And thanks to the included MOSFET and ETU, the trigger is also very snappy and responsive. It's really rewarding to snap off a few really well-placed rapid airsoft shots. But to get a true picture of the performance, accuracy, and of course, magazine compatibility, we'll need to head out to the range. Out at the range, our FPS test showed an average of just about 320 FPS and about 26 rounds per second on full auto in the PDW's configuration, which is the shortest in the lineup, and about 380 FPS and about 24 rounds per second on full auto in its carbine configuration, being the longest in the group. We also tested the middle length just to be sure, and low, it also chronoed at 380 FPS and 25 rounds per second. Pretty consistent performance. All lengths were tested using 0.20 gram BBs and a Titan Power 11.1 volt 3000 milliamp LiPo battery. Lithium ion, technically. In our distance and accuracy test, the 6-inch plate was no issue for any of the LanTac rifles, and both the short and long-barreled versions placed a nice tight grouping on our Evike professional silhouette target at 50 feet. Out at the 100-foot mark, we really started to see the differences in barrel lengths. The full-length carbine was still able to hit the 6-inch plate a handful of times and was easily able to connect with the silhouette target, whereas the PDW struggled to land hits on the 6-inch plate at 100 feet. Even the silhouette wasn't easy for the PDW to connect with at longer range, only hitting the body-sized silhouette target about 50% of the time. Needless to say, if you're looking to get a bit more accuracy at distance, upgrade barrels, hop-up units, buckings, and nubs are all available right here on our website. As I mentioned before, these come with the CYMA QBS system, which is the quick change buffer system. To gain access to that and to change our spring, we're going to go ahead and slide the stock all the way back to give us a little bit of room to operate the castle nut. Now this will spin back like so. Once you've done that, you're going to push forward. Make sure I get that retracted back far enough. You're going to push forward and rotate the buffer tube and stock assembly about a quarter turn. It will then pull all the way off. You can remove this completely, but refishing the wires can be a bit of a challenge. Included in the box is a tool to remove this plate. You can also use a flathead screwdriver. Grabbing that hex key, I'm going to go ahead and spin this all the way out. Now it is important to remember that this is easy to spin out, but because of the spring pressure, you want to kind of keep your hand in front of it so it doesn't pop all the way out and lose it. Thankfully, this is large enough that it won't just disappear on you. But with just spinning this out, we gain access to the main spring of the gearbox. You can swap this out to a lower or higher power spring, and to reinstall, we're simply going to kind of reinsert the tool and compress this and spin it at the same time, then tighten it down. There are many reasons as to why the M4 is the most popular platform in Airsoft, and every one of those reasons is featured here on these LanTac licensed AEGs. But more than just the basics, these rifles have top-of-the-line features in the CYMA Platinum QBS gearbox, superb and reliable out-of-the-box performance, ease of upgradability, and what we hold is still the best way to swap a spring, so you can go from indoor to outdoor FPS at a moment's notice. Whether it's your first or your 100th AEG, you'd be hard-pressed to find something better at such a great price. Get your very own LanTac licensed LA-SF15 AEG right here at Evike.com. Thanks for watching. Want even more Airsoft content? Hit the subscribe button and click the bell notification icon. Follow us on Instagram and join our Facebook for epic weekly giveaways. Hey, what's this? It's a box with something neat inside. No, it's not an original Inbox Connect Screamin' Serpent roller coaster. It's an EMG LanTac licensed LA-SF15. Sorry.
I forgot.